Hello, hello, hello. Hello, people. Welcome to a live session. Thank you all for joining. Please, can we share the live so we can get others to join us? Can we share the live, please? Can we share the stream so that we can have others join before we start sharing the information? Thanks for joining. Call you. Thanks for joining. Please, can you help me share the live, please, so we can have at least 10 people, then we can start talking. I'm having issues with my connection. I'm trying to see that I get stable connection before I start. I'm having issues with my connection. It's not very stable today. I don't know why. Let me check on my phone to see if it's responding here. Thank you all for joining. Please, before we start sharing the information, if you're just joining, can you just we have lots of information to share today. Lots of information. Okay, guys, welcome. Let's have at least 10 people, then we can start talking. I will be talking about four things today. We will talk about four things. Very important four things. First of all, we will start by giving updates from different universities. Then we will talk about the emails that students have received and what these emails mean. Because I know most of you have received the emails, but you don't really understand exactly what these universities are trying to get from these emails. Yeah, we need to understand why they're sending these emails. It's not just because students will be able to return immediately. So, by the way, if you want to come online, if you want to join me, I'm going to leave the link. Why am I having issues today with my connection? I'm having serious issues with my connection. So I'm going to share the link if someone wants to come on to share something. I'm going to leave the link. That's the link if someone wants to come up because I really want to, first of all, I want to get the information from you guys. Then I'm going to share you the information that I have. Yeah, because maybe the information that you have is different from the information that your friend has. First of all, please, can someone just confirm me if my sound is okay? Can someone just confirm if my sound is okay? If you can hear me very clearly, please can you type one in the comment section if my sound is okay? Can you just type one in the comment section? If my sound is okay, can you type one? I want to be sure if my sound is okay. If my sound is okay, please can you type one? Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So the sound is it's very clear. I'm glad to hear that. All right, good. So the past few weeks I've received several emails, screenshots from students from different universities. Like, it's just that I tried to see if I could project some of them on my screen, but I could not. But I've received several emails, several emails, and most of them was about collecting information about students' return to China. And all these emails are talking about one thing. They're asking you to declare your willingness that you want to return. That's the first thing that a university wants to know, because I heard from some students that many students have given up. They say they're not going to return to China anymore. So first of all, the universities are trying to know if students are willing to return. That's the first thing. Then, if students are willing to return, then you're going to sign that you will be able to take care of your expenses, which is very important, because maybe you're willing to return, but you're not able to take care of your expenses. You're not able to take care of your expenses. So that is just what the universities wants to know. But I was very glad, because in some of the emails that the students sent to me, the universities made it very clearly that by mid August, students will start returning to China. I have screenshots of the emails that the universities sent, making it very clearly that from mid-August up to September, students will be able to return to China. And if you saw most of the information that I shared in the past week, I've not posted most of these emails because there are so many. I don't want to be posting information every day. This university have said this, this university have said that. And I don't also want to be raising a lot of hopes, because these emails are not saying that students will return tomorrow or next week. They're, first of all, they're just collecting information. Someone said our university cannot send, Nanchang University. Yeah, not all the universities have sent. Not all universities have sent the emails, but most universities have sent emails. And this emails is just to collect information. It's not to say that students will return next week. It's just to collect information to know whether students are willing to return. And if students are willing to return, they also have to accept that they're able to take care of their expenses. And there's also another good news that I would like to share with you guys. You remember I told you guys last time that the quarantine days were reduced from 14 days to 7 days. And this will greatly reduce the cost of quarantine. Now it has been reduced again from 7 days to 3 days. So you see that it's getting better and better every day. It's really getting better and better every day. So right now, students don't need to. Most of the students that will be returning to China will not do the 7 days or 14 days quarantine. Quarantine has greatly been reduced now to up to only 3 days. So you see that the cost of returning is getting better. So if you have any question, or if you have any information to share about your university, please, you can come on to share with us. I'm going to leave the link. You can come on to share with us. Just click on this link that I'm going to share and come to talk with us. share with us any information about your country or about your university or about anything that you think it's helpful, to join me and you can share any update about your university or about your country or any information that you want to share with us. So I was talking about the emails. These emails, some emails stated very clearly that from mid-August, students will start to return. Some of them just said that students should get ready and give their information like their year of study, their willingness to return, and they also have to accept that they're going to respect the rules and regulations in China, the quarantine, and so on. Once you accept that, you sign, then they'll ask you to wait, and they'll tell you that the information will be processed, and they're going to send it to some authorities. And I've been very, I've been very curious these days on Twitter, and I've followed up very closely some top government officials, some very top government officials that have said very promising things about students return to China, especially students that are doing practicals like medicine and so on. They are very sure that these students will be prioritized and they will start returning by mid August. Sichuan University said they have more than 1,500 students, so it will take a very long time for all. Yeah, I read this. I read this email from Sichuan University, and someone said that was the most honest email. Okay, yeah, they're being honest because they have lots of students, more than 1,500 students. But there are also universities that have more than this number of students, more than 1,500 students, and these universities are going to be able to receive students. So it doesn't mean that if they say that they're not going to receive, that it's going to take a long time. It means students will not be able to return. Once they start returning, say in mid-August to September, getting closer to the start of the academic year, the numbers will increase. And one thing that is reducing the rate of return is the government policy. But recently, we have seen a lot of adjustment in the government policy, a lot of adjustments. Even the recent meeting that was held by the premier, the PM himself, he made it very clearly that China is working so hard to bring back not only students but businesses and families. You can see I posted this information from the Prime Minister on my community timeline. If you have not checked that, you can see that. That is just to tell you that because the universities are waiting for information from these top authorities. So if the universities are waiting for information from these top authorities, until these top authorities give a leeway, then nothing is going to happen. So if they're starting to reduce the quarantine days, the PM himself have said they're working so hard to bring back students. It means that they are looking at the health situation and they're seeing that the health situation is getting better. Although these days in China there are sporadic outbreaks, especially in Shanghai and Beijing and other cities, they are still struggling to manage the situation. But I think the country is slowly accepting that COVID will not completely be eradicated. I think they were thinking that it's something that will be completely eradicated, but I'm sure that they've gradually started realizing that the virus is not going anywhere. So the COVID situation, someone is asking, he wants to know the COVID situation in China. The COVID situation in China nowadays is very unstable. That is the best thing I can tell you. It's very unstable. People go about their days, their daily activities, but you're not very sure what will happen the next day. It's very unstable. You remember I did a video that I told you guys that I was taken for quarantine the first time. I've been taken for quarantine two times. Two times. The first time they took me and I spent 3 days. The second time I spent 10 days. 10 days in isolated quarantine in a hotel. Just because I scanned my QR code in in a place where they said that it had an infected case. So right now they're doing tests every day. You have to do your test every 24 hours. Every 24 hours you have to do the test, and they're going to run this test like this until the early August, especially in Shanghai. Every day, every 24 hours. So you see, the situation in China is still very, very, very unstable. That's why it's even making it a little bit complicated for students to return, because China has not completely gained stability. They are still. Oh, someone is. Someone. Hello. Okay, so we have someone who wants to share with us. Charles,
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. Thank you for joining. Where are you joining us from?
I'm joining from Liberia.
Okay, from Liberia. So, how is the situation in Liberia?
The situation is almost the same. Oh boy, we received a mail from our university, and then firstly we went to the embassy to inquire for them on how we can apply for visa, because for our country it's not like other countries where people government stand by them. But for our country we have to fight it for ourselves. So we decided to go to the embassy by ourselves. And then we went there. They told us that if we want a visa, we should get JW202 or JW201 from the university, and then
Uh
they will
huh.
grant a visa. They gave us the clearance. They gave us the clearance that if
Okay.
we bring these documents, they will give us student visa. It was clearance that they gave us.
Okay. So
So we
let me come. So you guys went to the embassy, and the embassy said if you have your JW202 form, they're going to give you a visa.
yeah, that's what they said. The embassy in Liberia said that to us.
Okay. So you told your university. What did your university say?
No, that was the problem we had, because we told our university and then they wasn't responding to us. So, like, they wasn't giving us any positive response. I don't know if other universities doing that. Well, the university
All
that
of
in is not is
all of you,
920.
all of you, all of you are from the same university.
Yeah, basically we are freshman students. So us I wanted embassy that day. We were from the same university, but we are plenty here that attending school in China. So the the group I went there was from the same university, Naiton University,
Nanton
and
University.
so
Okay. All right. So the thing, the what I'm trying to say here in this live is that different universities have different policies, because this universities are in different cities in China, and each city has their own internal policy. So maybe
now
some
that
maybe some cities are really very safe and okay to receive students, but some other cities are not.
that wasn't the problem actually for the response. Later on, they responded when other people started sending them emails and other stuff. But the response was too bad. They said if you want to come over, they don't have any problem with that. But like the news always said, we'll be responsible for everything. Apart from being responsible for everything, we will have to rent an apartment outside of the campus. We'll have to rent an apartment outside of the campus and be there and wait for everybody to come. Besides, even if we are outside of the campus, we'll have to be doing online classes. And you
Okay,
see, that was very.
but but did they say they were gonna send you the JW202 form?
They said if we agreed to that, they were going to send us the JW202 form. And
Okay,
that was
okay, okay. Let me get it clear. The university said if you accept that, when you come to China, you will still stay out of campus,
right. You're still on the campus and be doing online classes.
and you're still gonna be doing online classes.
Right, yeah.
Oh my God. And then, so, okay, I have someone, let's round up with you. I have someone that's waiting. And you guys, what have you decided to do?
Well, most of my friends have decided to take that opportunity, but for me, I see no reason of taking that opportunity. It's the same as being in Liberia, So I just decided to stay here and do my online classes until the bullet can finally open.
Okay, okay. Let me finish with you. Then I'll go to Kukuma. So, but my advice that I will give you is that you guys, if the university have asked you that you should accept to come to China and stay off campus first, if they have given you that opportunity, I'll advise you to accept. Take the JW202 form, get your visa, and if you have flights in your country, come to China. Once you're in China, it's going to be very things are going to be very different because first of all, the time difference will be different.
Yeah,
The time that
yeah,
you'll be
sure.
attending your class, it will be convenient. And if the situation changes, it is very easy for you to go to campus rather than if you were out of China. And right now the situation is very unstable. Today it's okay. Maybe after 2 weeks or 3 weeks, it will change again. After 1 month, things will be okay. After 2 weeks, it will change again. But if you're in China, it will be very easy for you to adapt to these changes rather than saying that no, you don't want to. Most students who are coming to China now, they don't even want to stay in the dormitory. They want to stay off campus because when you're off campus, you have more freedom than when you stay in the university campus. So what I would
Mm.
advise you is that you guys should accept to the university, get your JW202 form, and start looking for flights. What about flights? Have you tried to check about flights from Liberia?
There is no direct flight now. I don't think they are open to us or something. I'll not
Okay,
check
but
on that.
they are transit flights. What you should do now, check the cost of these flights because maybe they're
Okay.
they're they're transit flight, but maybe it's very expensive. So you guys should also check the cost.
Okay, I'll do that. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much for joining. Let me talk to this other person, Kukuma. Hello.
Hello, I can hear you. Good morning. Is this morning or afternoon?
Yeah, it's evening here in China. So I don't know where are you calling from.
I'm calling from Nigeria.
Oh, you're calling from Nigeria. How is it in Nigeria today?
It is fine, sir.
Okay, welcome and thank you for joining me. So, what information do you have to share with us from Nigeria today?
Yes, sir. Actually, I have an issue. I apply for this. See, I used to follow your video on YouTube. It is really motivating and learning a lot. It guide me a lot during my application. Up to I get a lot of updates.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
So
I appreciate that you're getting value from my channel.
yes, sir. Thank you very much. And actually, sir, I have some very few questions. I'm like kind of confusion. I apply for CSC scholarship,
Hmm.
tab for masters. I apply for three universities, and all the three universities, the status is showing submitted, in progress. I mean, in progress from the school
Hmm.
website. Yes. Well, from the CSC website, it is showing submitted. Only one is showing in progress.
Okay, so they have different levels of processing. Once it is submitted, then it will show submitted. Once they start to study your file and study your document, it will show in progress. Then after in progress, it will show admitted or selected. But this is the time that most universities are receiving are studying those online from, like, from between now till the end of this July and until mid of August. So many students will receive admission letters. Like, even right now as I'm talking, students are receiving admission letters every day, like every day.
Yes, that's
So
what I have. I'm confused. My own since April is showing in progress. Since April
this is the
from the school
this is
website.
this is the time. This is the time. Don't panic. Just wait. Just check your email every day. This is the time that they're doing admissions because the school academic year will start in September. So normally, within from now until August, maybe August 15, you will definitely get a response, because after that you need to prepare to start the school semester in September. So there is no way that September will reach and you're still seeing in progress or submitted. This is the time that they are reviewing their applications. But if you have any specific question or worry, if you've not joined my WhatsApp group, you can always join the WhatsApp group and you can ask questions in the WhatsApp group. You can interact with other students. And if you have any worry, even if I'm not able to answer the question or if I don't have the answer, maybe someone has the answer who is in the group, and maybe the person is in another university. That's why I created the group, because I cannot answer everything. I don't know everything. Maybe if you ask the question, because I see students asking, who is from this university? Who is from this? And then together you can even add someone from there, and you
Yes.
can find people who are in your university, and you both now can start to interact and get information together. That's the essence of chatting in that group. Then if I have information also, I will share in the group.
Okay, yes, and also, sir, I'm sorry, please. Why is some these professors? Because there is one university I have a supervisor. They no respond to mail. I used to send mail like almost
Yeah,
several times, no
you got
responded.
that's how it is. Chinese professors, they're very, I don't know the right word to use, but sometimes they don't respond to all emails because they also have so many emails. These professors, they're receiving emails from so many students. So if they don't respond, just keep sending and hoping that but also try to make sure that the email is correct, because sometimes students complain that they don't respond, but maybe the email is wrong, or maybe the email is inactive. Maybe the professor is not using that email again. Maybe it's updated because they changed their emails. Maybe they have other emails. So always try to contact the university and tell them, I've written this professor and I've not had a response. Maybe the university will tell you that, oh, this is not the email of the professor, this is another email. So always try to contact other people, contact other emails, and contact the university also directly, because maybe that
The,
professor is not using that email again.
the email is correct email because he sent an acceptance letter through that email. The problem is that I have to send like several emails. Like it will take like 3 to 4 weeks before he responds. He no
Yeah,
respond on time.
then that's something that we cannot really deal with, because that's just how it happens. Maybe they are
Okay.
very busy. Maybe they don't have an answer for you, or maybe they just don't. I don't know. Some of them, maybe they just don't want to talk to you. I don't know, but
Okay. Please,
that's the bitter truth.
I want to get the list. Please, sir, how can I join the WhatsApp group? The WhatsApp group, how can I get the link?
The WhatsApp group, go to my community timeline. You're going to see a QR code. I posted on my community timeline. You're going to see a QR code and also a link. You can either scan the QR code, or you can just click on the link and it will take you to the WhatsApp group.
Okay.
Go to my channel, go to community timeline. Then just screw, I think I did that like 2 weeks ago. Just screw, I think, one or two posts behind, you're going to see the QR code. You can use the QR code or you can just use the link and you can join the WhatsApp group.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
You're
Thank you.
welcome.
You
You're
have.
welcome. You're welcome.
Thank.
You're welcome. Okay. All right. So I'll be looking at more questions and see if there's
Thank
someone else who
you.
wants to
Thank
join.
you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Okay. Mina said we don't hear any news from Zhengzhou University. Well, Mina, if there's anyone from Zhengzhou University, the person might also respond. And if you've not joined my WhatsApp group, also please you should join the WhatsApp group, because there is a lot of information that I share in the WhatsApp group, and other students also share information in the WhatsApp group. So you can join there to be updated. So for those who are joining now, welcome to the stream. I was saying we're going to talk about four things. The first thing I said we're going to talk about is the emails that students have received. What does this email mean? This email just means that the university is trying to gather information to know your willingness, and to let you know that you have to take the course by yourself. and you have to be responsible for all your bills and accept to respect the rules and regulations. Then from there now, they will see how many students that are ready to return. Maybe they are going to prepare quarantine facilities in the university, and to also give the information to the government that these are the number of students that are ready to return, and that will facilitate the returning. It's not that when you receive the email, it means that students will return very, like maybe the next week or so, but it's still a very good sign. And the second thing that I was talking about is that the situation in China is still very unstable. Although it's better than before, people are able to go out do their normal activities, but right now in China, it's very unstable. Today, everything is okay. Within 1 or 2, 3 days, places are locked. People are going to quarantine. They're taking people to isolated quarantine and so on. So it's very unstable. But some cities are very stable. Like some cities in China have not had even a single outbreak. They're very calm, peaceful. Everything is going on. But Shanghai, Beijing, Xi'an, Guangzhou, most of these cities have been having small, and even in Anhui, they've been having small outbreaks every now and then. So that's to tell you that if your university is in a city where they have had small outbreaks, maybe the return process might be also very slow. And also, I'll advise you to also join Twitter. There's also a lot of campaign on information going on Twitter, and there are also some top Chinese authorities that I follow them on Twitter, like top government officials. And recently, I've seen that they have been very active to update students about the return. And when you have information from such top government officials, it means that something is happening. Because before it was very difficult to even see them respond to tweets or respond to students, but now, I mean, they're responding. They're telling students that this is happening. For example, in India, they confirmed that they're working very hard, and it's going to be an explosion when it happens. Like once the gates will open, it's going to be open. So if you have any information to share with us from your university or from your country, you like to click on this link. I'm gonna put the link once more. Just click on this link that I'm gonna share, and you can join us to, let's just interact. Let's just share either good news or maybe bad news or what else. Like let's just interact and know what's happening, because maybe you might just give hope to someone. Maybe your information might just motivate someone. So if you have any information to say or to motivate someone, please feel free to join me on the stream. While I continue to read the comments, someone said, anyone can tell you the expected cost to return flight quarantine in dollars? Well, this would depend on your country, but I saw students from Pakistan were spending almost $3,000 to $4,000, $3,000 to $4,000, including flight, quarantine, and all. So it depends on your country. It depends on your country. Right now, the quarantine is changing every day. Before it was 14 days. Students were spending almost 1,700 for quarantine when it was 14 days. Then it came to 7 days, which means that it's going to be half, less than $1,000 for quarantine. And right now we hear that quarantine is going to be only 3 days. If it is only 3 days, then your quarantine might be less than $500. If it is only 3 days, because say one day will be maybe $150 or maximum $200 for one day. It depends also on the city. It depends on the hotel, because and some universities are trying to do quarantine in the school for free. So it depends on your university. Some quarantine might even be done for free, but you're going to pay for your test. Before you depart your country, you're going to do PCR test. I don't know how many PCR tests, but those PCR tests, some of them are not cheap. They're a little bit expensive. You're going to do PCR test, I think, one, and then when you arrive in China, you're also going to do another PCR test. Then you're going to do a nucleic acid test every day. You're going to do PCR test, I think one or two PCR tests, which is a little bit expensive. Then you're going to be doing nucleic acid test, I think, every day. If it is 3 days, you're going to do it for 3 days, and it's going to reduce your costs seriously. So we hope that these 3 days should be confirmed, because I just saw the news about 3 days today. If by tomorrow I have update, I'm going to post it on my community timeline. And let's hear what others are saying. Mr. Roy, any news of JW2 for returning international student in Nigeria? Thanks for your good work. Okay, I just spoke to someone from Nigeria now, Joan Carlos. No specific information about the JW202 form. Is not the embassy that is granting it. This is the university. So, what I would advise you to do is to contact your university directly, because if the university is able to grant your JW202 form, then it means that you can apply for your embassy, because the embassy has already declared that they are open and they're receiving international students who have their JW202 forms. And I also posted some good news for students from Nigeria. Now we have one new airline that is doing direct flights from Nigeria to China. We have Air Peace. Before, students were complaining that there are no direct flights, but now we have this Air Peace that is taking direct flights for students from Nigeria, directly from Nigeria to China. Anyone from Langzhou University of Technology? So this question that you're asking, anyone from Langzhou University, if there is anyone from this university, you can indicate maybe this person wants to ask something. But the best place to ask this question is to join my WhatsApp group. Let me see if I can share the link of the WhatsApp group. If someone wants to join, let me see. Let me see if I can share the link of my WhatsApp group. Okay. So for those who want to join the group, I'm going to share this link. I'm not really used to this. Oh my god. Okay, invite via link, copy link, and I'm going to share the link. I'm going to share the. So I'm going to share it from my phone for those who want to join the live stream. Okay, so I've shared the link. So um, if you have not joined the WhatsApp group, this is the link I've just shared here. This is the link. Just click on this link, and you're going to join the WhatsApp group, and you can ask any information, even if you need specific information about your country, about your university, or if you're finding it difficult to apply. If you're a new student and you want us to guide you on your application, you can write me directly. I'm in the group. You can find my email, and I'm there with Justin. Justin is Chinese. He's the manager of Belt and Road Education, and he's been helping students apply for Chinese universities for several years. So I'm working very closely with Justin Lee, and we have helped several students to have admission, to have scholarships in different Chinese universities. So if you need help with your application or with anything related to that, you can join the WhatsApp group, and you can text me or you can text Justin, and we are going to help you to get your admission. Or if you have any question, we're going to help you to answer your question. And if we cannot answer, there are so many other people in the group that can also answer your question. And we have Can. Great work, bro. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Join the WhatsApp group if you've not yet joined. Any news from Northwestern Polytechnic University for Pakistani students? They sent willingness from a long time ago. then there is no news from the university. Yeah, the willing, that's what I was just talking about, that the willingness form is just to let the university know that you're willing to return to China and you're going to take you're going to take responsibility of all your costs. But after that willingness form has been signed, you just have to be patient. You just have to be patient to wait, because after the time, there is no pressure that you can give the university. But we are very glad that there is a lot of progress that has been done. We have even had information from the Prime Minister himself about students return, that they're working so hard to bring back students to China. And there was even a university that made it very clearly that by August until September, students will be able to start returning to China in masses, in large numbers. So I'm not going to be here for a very long time again. If you have any question, or if you want to come up to say something, I'll have a few more minutes to get off the stream. And let me just do a roundup to the updates that I wanted to give you guys today. The first thing is about the email. Does mean, like I said, the emails doesn't mean that you're going to return to China tomorrow or next week. The emails is just a sign of willingness that you've accepted. But that is a very good sign that the university has opened that. And apart from that, some universities have already sent JW202 forms to students, and some universities have already started giving invitation to all students, because new students will receive JW202 forms and all students will receive invitation, um, like invitations or approval to return to campus. With these two documents now, this is what you're going to use to go to the embassy to get a visa. But while you're doing this, we're also very grateful that the situation in China is not very balanced, it's not very good now, but it's getting better and better every day. And the quarantine days has been reduced, which means that your cost of returning to China will also reduce. First of all, it was 21 days, then to 14 days, then to 7 days, and now it's only gonna be three 3 days. Then you can also be looking at the flights, direct flights, and also from the aviation authorities in China. We have seen news on social media. We see updates every day about different updates from the aviation authorities, approving different flights from different countries and so on. Although they're approving flights today, then the next day they're suspending some. That's just how the landscape has become. Today they approve 10 flights, tomorrow they suspend 3 flights, the next day they approve 4 flights, the next day they suspend 4 flights. That's just how the situation is. That's why it's very difficult to give a very clear projection about this thing, because it is very unstable nowadays. Today it's okay, the next day it's not okay. But there is one thing that I've seen that I really want to let you guys know. I think China is gradually accepting that COVID will not completely be eradicated. Like I think they're already accepting, because I'm in China now. When I go out, the way I see people don't freak out anymore about COVID any longer. Like if they say there are 10 cases, people just go about their normal activities, and those 10 people are taken out. If they say there are 3 cases, people just continue going, and those 3 cases are taken care of. But the only thing that China is not giving up on, China is not giving up on fishing out those cases. People will continue the activities, but they will continue doing tests and tests. Like now in Shanghai, we have testing boats all over the city. Like you can drive 500 meters without seeing a testing boat. Now we have like testing boats, like how you have phone boats along the street. We have testing boats. Once you move, after 24 hours, you just need to go to the nearest testing boat and scan your phone and do your test and go your way. After a few hours, you will receive the test results on your phone. And when you before you get and the test is valid for before it was valid for 72 hours, then later they said 48 hours, and now in some places your test is valid only for 24 hours, which means that you have to do your test every 24 hours before you're free to move. unless you just want to stay indoors. So you see, this is how serious they are taking it. Although they are not actually saying that we want zero COVID, but they are not also saying that we've given up. Whatever wants to happen should happen. No, the government is not giving up on COVID, but there is no way that they're gonna get zero 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 COVID, because today it's zero. After 1 week, one, two, three cases. After we have zero. After 3 days, few cases. So even the people now, they've given up also. They're going out on their social activities. They don't care anymore. S- So those are some of the updates that I wanted to share with you guys. If you have not joined the WhatsApp group, let me project it again on the screen. If you have not joined this WhatsApp group, we share lots and lots of information on this WhatsApp group, like lots and lots of information every single day. I'm not the only one sharing. I have friends from other universities, from other countries. When they have information, they share with us on this WhatsApp group. We ask questions, and we just interact and we chat, and we know what's happening to other students in other countries. Let me see if we still have question. Please keep update about the universities which are sending NOCs to their students. The news are always true. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'll always update the information. Like, I'll always update the information. Any news for? Okay, I've already read this one. I'll always update. I I have some updates in my. I have some updates in my phone. I was planning to make a video, but sometimes I think that making a video is very stressful for me because I have other things that I'm doing. So sometimes I just, if I get a screenshot or if I get the information, I just post on my community timeline, or I just post in the group, because I don't want to be talking and talking and talking. I just let you know that this is what I've discovered, this is what I've found out, and you can just go get the information by yourself. I don't want to be doing videos every day, but I'm going to post every single information that I have for you guys. So once more, guys, thank you so much for joining the stream today. Maybe after 1 week, I'm gonna do another live stream. I'm gonna give time for things to happen, so that once I'm here, I know that I'll have new things to talk about. I don't want to be doing live stream when there is nothing really new to talk about. But today it's been, I think, 10 days since I did the last live stream. So I think so much has happened. That's why I've decided to come up today with another live stream. Let's see what happens again. Maybe after 1 week or so, I'll come up to update you guys and also give others. I'm not only the one updating, I'm also giving you the opportunity to come up and update your friends about what's happening to you, what's happening in your country, so that people can know that they are not the only ones that are being silenced by the university. We also have others. So since there are no more comments and we don't have people ready to talk, I'm gonna end the live stream here. And it was great talking to you guys, and I hope to see you again in the next session. Please, you can share this live stream, because I know others will be able to watch the live stream later on. So please, you can share this link of the live stream in other platforms, in other groups, so that people can watch and know exactly what we talked about today. Thank you so much, and bye bye. Have a nice time.